So it's about 5 minutes away from sunrise. Where I'm at today, well, I'm in a place where I don't often come, but I've been a fair few times before. I'm in Somerset, particularly I'm in Porlock. Just behind me, in the far distance, is Porlock Weir, where I'm heading towards now. I'm waiting for the sun to illuminate these dead trees. I'll get a bit closer, or as closer as I can, in a minute. But basically, they're dead because the sea water comes over the break and enters these salt marshes here. Very interesting. It's very confusing, very messy in terms of a composition, but let's have a look. Beautiful morning. There's no clouds in the sky. Just waiting for that sun to appear over the horizon. So, there you go. How unusual is that? There's still life here as well. There's still vegetation. There you go. The tree trunks. And as I say, very messy. Very difficult in terms of trying to get something. Don't particularly want to go any further as well, because it's getting quite muddy. But yeah, quite amazing, isn't it? There is some trees over there, isolated. Right, that's the sun. It's just starting to illuminate the headlands there. So yeah, I've travelled quite a way, you could say. It's around 6-7 hours in the car from Yorkshire. Here with family, long weekend. Got a link to why I'm here, basically. But yeah, it's something different to my usual haunts. I've only brought the one lens with me for the trip, and that's the standard 24 to 105. I've been here a few times, but it's still a new location, and it's so important to use that experience that has been built up over the years to then put that skills into the sessions where it comes to new locations in terms of what composition, playing with light, etc, etc. I've been doing this for what? How long have I been doing now? Nigh on 20 years now, photography. Hopefully I know what I'm doing, but we shall see. I'm going to mix up today a bit of colour, black and white photography. Going to just shooting raw, do some post-processing. So this stands out a bit, doesn't it? That tree there, all these long grasses. Still the sun, it's veiled as some cloud actually, but hopefully it'll appear over the horizon and light up the scenes. Right, there we go. I love the textures these grasses are creating, especially the grass heads. I mean, something even so simple as shooting the tops of the grass heads with the blue background of the sky. Let's try that first of all. There we go. That's a main contender. Look at the shape of that. And there is a crow. Just flown off. That could lead to an interesting shot because you've got the sun finally hitting the landscape beyond. It's creating some nice contrast actually. So first of all, I've got to be careful what I'm standing on. Don't want to sink. But yeah, it's worth a play. Look at that, beautiful shape. Finally, the sun has appeared. There you go. So it won't be long, I think, until it will illuminate this tree. What I want to do, I want to get to the weir though, and it's still, well, it's about a mile's walk from here. But basically what I'm trying to do here is to work along, or work with these shapes of the tree. So the branches have some contrast against that background, and the weaving, basically, creating a shape. Hope you know what I mean. I know what I mean. It basically slopes from left to right, possibly. Oh, I'm just seeing the buildings, the weir, are nicely lighting up now. Right, let's crack on. So this is definitely slowing me down, but I need to stop rushing because I'm not having any time delay. I'm still going to get light on the harbour. Oh, look at that, it's just beautiful. Technically speaking, you shouldn't shoot into the sun, but I have. Beautiful stuff. So I've said this before in this morning session, technically what I'm doing here is completely wrong. Completely blowing out the outlets because I'm shooting right into the sun. But it just brings that ambience. Using the boats here in the harbour, as I say, overexposed, but it's still bringing that, I don't know, something different into your photography. And this is key, isn't it? Don't be frightened to follow the rule book all the time. Just experiment. Play with different angles. Look at this, it's lovely, isn't it? Right, okay, I'm not saying this will work. But what I've seen, I've got the boat in the harbour. There's actually two boats, one behind the other. One's obstructed. And I want to use these, I don't know, what are these called? What are these called? Some sort of grinds. I want to use these grinds. Well, I'm saying I want to use them. They're there in front of me. So it's worth playing around. And I basically want to shoot with the sun to the back of me. So it's illuminating the boats and the buildings behind. So that's the idea. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm thinking I need a leading line. It doesn't always work that. I need a leading line. I must find one. I must include in the frame. But sometimes, occasionally, probably in this case, it actually hinders the image. It might be just a better option just to remove the leading line, the groins, and just shoot the boat with the building in the background. Still going to experiment though. You know, when you spot something potential. Again, this is what I've done here. This little boat here, which on its own, poor little thing. Look at that. Quite a distance away from its friends. I love the colours. The muted blue, the yellows, the algae. And it just sits in the middle between his algae and the some kind of foliage. And then you've got the reflection of the building, the white building. It's worth a shot. Just need to make sure I get that out. Myself, my shadow. Because the sun is directly behind me. Sometimes it's your friend, sometimes it's your enemy. Let's play around with this. That shadow is direct. Not helping. I'm going to have to shoot portrait orientation. In the background as well, you've got the V, which is also adds to a bit of interest. Why am I turning around? I'll tell you what, let's put you there. I'm going to focus on the boat, because that's the main subject. I'm just including the foreground. Some quite prominent rocks actually, with the algae on. Mid-ground the boat's itself, and then you've got a nice V in the background. Again, I've turned around at this angle, even more simple composition. Look at that. The boat becomes even more prominent into the image of the frame. It's lovely. Yellow, the algae. That works. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue walking along here, see what other gems I can find. I'm really enjoying this session because I'm just relaxed. There's no rushing about, taking time, experimenting, seeing what works, what doesn't. It really is good fun. At the moment in time, it's definitely coloured because I'm using the yellows, the blues. Definitely a colour session, I reckon. Let's just see what happens when I get back home and start to post-process. It's a beautiful day. The sun is rising. It's still creating some lovely shadows. So I'm going to continue. So I'm going to bring the video to an end, but I'm not going to bring the photography to an end. Videoing, photography, it does inhibit it. So I'm going to stop videoing now. So my final piece to the camera. Hope you enjoyed it, something different. Just remember, that experience you build up over the years, make sure you bring it to good use. Don't be too inhibited by the rules. You know, shooting into the sun, it might work. I think it will work. We will see, and you will see in the final gallery. Okay, until next time, take good care of yourself.